Hi, it's Jen from Twinks Stamping. I am an independent UK demonstrator. I've come along today to show you how to make a couple of projects using the fancy phrases and the Magenta Magnus. As you know, it's now my new favourite colour. Okay, we're going to be making this card. Gorgeous, gorgeous colours. And it sparkles too. I don't think you're going to be able to see that. And I made a little box to go with it. I didn't make the box. The box is one of the clear, I think they're about 3 1/8 inch square boxes, 7.9 centimetre square boxes, and I've just decorated it to match my card. So yeah, that is what we're going to be doing today. Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Lovely sparkles. See all the sparkles on there. Okay, so we'll get started. You're going to need your normal card base. Now I did write the instructions down somewhere, but I seem to have lost them now. What have I done with? Oh, there they are. Look, they're stuck on the back of the card. Okay, you are going to need your card base, which is going to be 14.8 by 21, scored at 10.5 centimetres. You're going to leave it in your cutter. You're going to move it along to 24.8 centimetres, and you're going to cut it off, and that'll give you this piece here. Okay, then you're going to need your mat, your white mat, which is going to be, you're going to need a white mat for here. That is going to be 14.3 by 10 centimetres. Then a front mat, which is going to be 9.5 by 10 centimetres. I'm just going to grab the one that I need to put in the inside. I thought I had that one out, but I obviously haven't. So it means I'm going to have to quickly chop one up. I shall be 2 seconds. You start out thinking that you're all organised. Takes you ages to get everything organised, and then you forget something. Never mind. So that is going to sit in there. You can emboss this if you wish. There are some pretty embossing folders out, but I've been using embossing folders a lot lately, and I just wanted to stamp on here just for a change. I thought that looked quite pretty. So anyway, that bit goes there, that bit will go on here. Then you're going to need a strip. Now these are 1 centimetres by however long you want it. I'm going to use sending a little smile your way, the same as here. And it fits absolutely perfectly on a 1 centimetre strip. Now quite often we cut off 1 centimetre strips when we're doing our cards. And like I've said to you before, I never ever throw things like this away because I've got 2 straight lines. I can't cut a straight line, and certainly not freehand. So you can stamp your sentiment on there and then just chop it off however long you want it. Okay, so that's that. Okay, what we're going to do, I think, is we're going to do our stamping first. I've got a spare piece of card for that. Again, I am going to use my black ink, and then I am going to heat emboss it. But for the sake of the camera today, I am not going to put you through too much embossing. I'm just going to show you how well it stamps out. Okay, I'm going to pop a little bit of embossing powder on there so that I don't lose my image. Okay, so I've actually put some embossing powder on that. I shall emboss that later and keep that one as a spare. Right, here's my image that I've already started. I have actually started to cut it out because I thought it would be agony for you to sit and watch me try and cut that lot out, because it really does take a little bit of patience to cut it out. And also, I've cut out about 5 today, and to be honest, I'm sick of them. I'm sick of cutting them out. So rather than have you watch me do that, I've started to cut it. So I will finish cutting it now, and then we'll colour. I hope that's all right with you. And also, it'll make the procedure a bit quicker. I don't suppose we've all got time to sit and watch hours of videos. So I don't know if you're like me, really pleased that the awful humid hot weather has cleared off. I know it's not quite so nice out there today. I mean, we've got a lot. I live right up on the top of a hill, and the seafront's in front, and we get a lot of breeze, and it's really quite windy up here. The wind is not particularly cold, but it's very, very windy. And the sun's shining, which is nice. Yesterday was a miserable day. Didn't do an awful lot yesterday. The normal housework, and I did a little while out here, getting bits and pieces ready. But I am pleased that humidity has gone. Can't work in that at all. It's unbearable. This is quite a fiddly image to cut out. I hope I'm still in shot. I keep finding lately that I go a bit out of shot. As I say, I've cut quite a few of these out already, and I'm getting a bit fed up with it. What I should do is cut it with my scan and cut, but that just means getting out more equipment. If you could see the state of the desk that I'm on, you'd be horrified. It all looks nice and tidy on the camera, but be in front of me, behind me, around me is a mess. Because I have been playing, and I have been thoroughly enjoying it. I love playing with new products. I'm almost there. So just a little bit fiddly. But I love this image. So this image is like the one from the Bird Ballad papers that we had in the last catalogue. Whoops. Trying to get that little bit there. Not that it's going to make much difference. There you go. So you don't have to sit and look at that now. Let's get this out of the way. Don't have to sit and look at me cutting that out, I need to say. Okay, I'm going to have a seat now. Just make sure that I'm in shot. I'm just going to colour this in. Don't mind sitting here doing the colouring. I don't want that end. I want this end. Do the colouring in. This is such a lovely colour. It's neon pink, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. So having this embossed makes it so much easier for me. I much prefer to colour in if I've got embossed the image. A bit stuck in my ways now. This is the light magenta pink that I'm using. Light, it's still in your face pink though, isn't it? Of course, you can do this any colour you like. You can have any colour base or, you know, matte card. You could put paper. I think I've said before, I like clean and simple. I don't always like using papers. But I'm not a colourist at all. My granddaughter does it better than I do. think that's it. I think I've coloured them all in. I'm going to colour in just a little bit there. Some people like to leave white space too. That's not very good for my OCD, so I don't leave white spaces if I can help it. On the images, I actually mean. Just going to use a little bit of... that was Daffodil Delight I used to just do my centres. Probably doesn't even notice, does it? But, oh, there we go. Oh, these are a bit tough sometimes to push on. Or is it? Or am I getting old? It's got to be one or the other, isn't it? Oh, I want that, don't I? Okay. Just going to go over just a tiny bit. Don't know if I'm doing it right, but where they've put the shade in is where I'm putting this darker colour. I say I'm not a colourist. I've never ever been able to suss out where the light is, where it isn't, where there should be a shadow. My brain doesn't work like that. So it's now looking like August that we may be able to open up again and start classes. I mean, that's not definite yet, but that's what it's looking like at the moment. Doesn't that look pretty? Now I'm going to use the light Old Olive just to colour my leaves in. I'm guessing which one's which leaf. I'm not going to bother to try and shade all these. Life's too short. And I should be needing to go in for my lunch soon, so I don't want to be doing this for too long, and I'm sure you don't want to sit there watching me doing it for ages, so there you go. What did I do next? Oh, I actually, as usual, used my glue pen and just coloured these in because I just have to have something that glitters somewhere. These ones are a bit tricky. These round bits are a bit tricky when you're cutting them out. I must admit to cutting a couple off when I've cut it out. Never mind. Right, just dip this into my... That's it. Happy with that. Okay. It's a beautiful flower. Sort of a rusticy rose, isn't it? I'm going to stand myself up again. Right, I'm going to put my card together now. Whoops. No, I'm not. I'm going to do my stamping. Of course I am. I left the stamping to do for this so that you could see what I was doing. Once again, and we are going to emboss that. I'm sorry you are going to hear a bit of noise. I'm stamped one about here. And then what about here? That's it. I'm going to just go over and put some embossing powder on this. I hadn't pre-prepared this. And I'm just going to emboss it. I'm doing it over here so that you don't have to have the full sound of this heat gun. Not very pleasant in your ear. Or you could mute me. always say it, but it does. It takes me ages to turn that thing off. I think it takes me longer to do that than to actually do me embossing. Not quite sure why. Sorry, I'm just cleaning my stamp so that the ink doesn't stain my stamp. Okay, so there you go. You've got the embossed flowers there. And we're going to sit and colour those now, which won't take us long because there's only a few of them, isn't there? Right. Such a pretty, pretty colour. Say, I've never ever been a pink person, ever. And this one, I'm sold on it. Love it. When you're doing heat embossing, you can use, you don't have to use a black ink. You can use other coloured inks, as long as you're quick to put your embossing powder on. And the way you would do that, no, that's one way. Another way, you can use clear Versamark, and you can put any colour embossing powder you like over the top. They do all sorts of different colours. They do sparkly colours. In the Christmas classes, I quite often get the gold embossing powder, the glittery one out, and just using the clear embossing pad, the Versamark embossing pad. But I like clear embossing powder. Oh, I've got my furry end. I like clear embossing powder. Yeah, clear embossing powder, black ink, clear embossing powder. That's what I like. Some people don't even like embossing. I mean, it is another step, you know, time to make your card, but I just think it finishes it off. I really do. It just looks so professional. If you look at the cards in the shop, you'll see that all the wording, the sentiments and stuff is always raised. All the expensive ones are. Those bits are going to be glittered because I can. That was the quick, lazy way. Right. Okay. The next job, I'm going to stick all this down. I think I've got a bit gunky on there. Trouble is, I get it all over my fingers again. Oh, it's stuck to my finger. Here we go, it looks yellow again. Might just be this bottle of stuff. I'll stand up for this to make sure I get it on straight. That don't look straight to me, and it's not straight, is it? Oh. Better. I think that's the only thing I really don't like doing, matting. that's it. So that's that side done. I'm going to mat this one. Let's see which way it goes before I put my glue on. Just that way. Make sure you find out where the cut line is, if you know what I mean. It always leaves a bit of a ridge where you've cut with the blade. It's best to have that on the inside. Mind you, you can get rid of it by running your bone folder over it. Okay, that's that done. Next thing I believe that I did was I used my Wink of Stella. I know, you must think I'm right over the top. Well, I am, with as far as glitter goes. I do love things to sparkle. Just put a little bit of Wink of Stella. On my flowers. And that's going to go here like this. I'm sure I laid that flat. I believe I did. And I just put a little bit of glue in the centre. There's no point putting it everywhere. It doesn't matter if it's flapping about, does it? There we go. Oh, that looks lovely. Love it, love it. Okay, so the next thing to do will be our sentiment, which is sending a little smile your way. We've got to get this right now, haven't we? Otherwise I'll be doing it again. Just make sure it's centred on my block. Here goes. Here goes. Again, I will be definitely be embossing this. So I want it about there. It's down now, it's too late. And that's absolutely fine. Right, 2 minutes. No, not 2 minutes. 30 seconds maybe. Almost there. Okay. So, don't know if you can see that. Just finishing it off. Okay, going to cut that now. And that is going to fit perfectly across. Oh, I've got a mark on that. Okay, let's just rub that out. On there. Okay, so now we're going to pop this across here. This was, I never used to like doing this because I used to think, oh, I've done all that work on colouring it in and everything. And then I go and stick something over the top of it. But actually, I think it's quite effective. So I'm going to use... Does that look straight? Well, it's too bad it's going on there. I don't think anyone's going to look at it and say, that's not straight. Could use another one, I suppose, but no. What do you do with all your cards? Do you make your cards specifically with a person in mind, and is that the only crafting you do, or do you make things and do what I do, just enjoy making and then end up with baskets and baskets full of stuff that you don't know what to do with. Find some ideas of what to do with them. Oh, these are so fiddly. There we go. I'm going to put a little tiny blob of glue on the back of each. So I've got a little tiny bit of wiggle room. I'm sorry if I repeat myself, but there are people that are coming on that perhaps haven't heard me say it before or seen things before. Oh, here. That'll do. Lovely. Love, 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 love. There's your card. Now, you know what we've got left to do now is just put on a couple of bits of bling. These are the rhinestone basic jewels. Just find my pick. I forget what the proper name of this is called, but it's in the catalogue. Another thing I get through packets of, the rhinestones. Oh, how did that happen? And there you go. That is your card made. Oops. I think that's quite pretty, don't you? It's all got a bit of sparkle going on. So that's lovely. So then you've got that made. You've got your little box that you're now going to make. I'm going to do this really quickly because I don't want you to have to watch the same old stuff. All I've done is made myself up a little box, and then I've cut myself a piece of Magenta Madness, and that's going to measure 7.5 centimetres square, and then a piece of Whisper White card, which is 7 centimetres squared. And then I actually put it on the front that you open up. I don't know why. I think it's because you'd have to, I don't know why I did it. I think I preferred it on that side. So that'll go on there, that'll go on there. I've already, excuse me, I've already stamped, embossed and cut this out. I thought I'd do it off camera. You've seen me do it once. You don't want to see me do it again. And I've even coloured one in ready, because I didn't think you'd like to watch me doing that all over again. So you'll just basically see me attach everything together and put it on the box. And then we just got to, the only thing we have actually got to do is do the sentiment. So we'll do that first before we put it together. I thought that was a lovely idea. You could put all sorts of things in there. I think you can get little tiny soaps. You could get some wax melts and put them in there, or a couple of, I don't know if they'll fit, but a couple of candles, small candles, or some biscuits, you know, the pack of biscuits, anything, sweeties. It's always food related when I'm talking about putting stuff in there. Anyway, perfect sentiment to go on this, which is, oops, a little something for you. Fantastic stamp set, this. Really, really nice. It's got some really good sayings on them. Really good. So as I say, we're going to put a little something for you on there. I'm going to do it this way because I'm just going to cut this out. There we go. I'm going to go over and now emboss this. Sorry about 2 seconds. Never sure if you would prefer me to do all the embossing before I come on and show you what I'm doing with the cards, or whether you actually don't mind. So I'm just going to go around this as neatly as I possibly can. I can never get around corners. This is another way of cutting out your sentiment. You don't have to use a die to do it. You can just cut it out. You don't have to do things dead straight. You just cut it however you wish. It's your card. So that's just going to stick on there. So we'll put this together. I used some glue dots. Somebody very kindly suggested I used glue dots for my ribbon the other day. Yes, I would normally use them, but I didn't have any glue dots at the time. So I was desperately trying to do it with glue. Anyway, we are going to use the glue dots to actually adhere our mat to the plastic box. Actually, I'm going to stick this on first, I think. Yes, I'm going to do my matting first, because I won't be able to put too much pressure onto the box. You know, I won't be able to push things down or move things around or anything. It's square, so it should fit whatever way I do it. Do you ever find that? You know something's square, but you turn it around and it actually fits better? Now, I don't know. Maybe it's an optical illusion. See, that's not straight. Okay. So this one, I believe this time I placed the flowers on on sticky pads, and I also used my Wink of Stella. Wonder what this would look like with yellow or blue. Might have to have a go. Not so fussed about wiggle room this time. How am I going to put this? I've got it like that, haven't I? Yeah, quite like that. Yes, would help, Jan, if you took the backing off the sticky pads, dimensionals. Okay. No, I'm not going to use it. I don't need to use it. Oh, remember me saying to you, I've chopped these sort of things off. There you go. Look, I've chopped one off there. And then that's just going to sit there. I'm going to put some pads on the back for that one. I am going to put a little drop of this on because it's a sentiment, and it would annoy me if it wasn't where I wanted it to be. Oh, blast it. Okay. Is that okay? What do you think? Oh, I'm faffing now. Doesn't seem to be sitting right. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. Okay, now, so look, I've got glue all over this. So I'm just going to put a little bit of my sticky stuff remover on my tissue. It will look a mess to start with, but voila, there you go, that's gone now. Right, now we're going to use the glue dots, and I'm only going to put the glue dots in the 4 corners. But this is perfect. These are perfect for doing something like this. Can you see them? Yeah. So oops, get off. They're very sticky. Extremely sticky. Get off. There you go. Oh, holding my breath again. Right, that is today's projects. I hope you like them. They are in that beautiful colour, Magenta Madness. Make a lovely little gift for somebody. I'd love to, I would love to receive something like this, a little card with a little prezi. Maybe just to say thank you for something. I don't know. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. But then I'm very biased. Thank you very, very much for coming along today and watching my video. Listen to me rambling on. I'm sorry about that. I just get very nervous doing all this. Sometimes I don't know what I'm saying, but hey ho. Thank you again. If you have enjoyed what you've been seeing today, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to carry on watching my little projects, press the subscribe button. There's also all my contact details are below this video, along with all the materials that I've used with the product code numbers. Or there's be a direct link to my online shop should you wish to purchase any of the products that I've used, or you'd like to join my team, or you want to get in contact with me. All the details are down below. So thanks once again. I'm sorry it's been a long video. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.